Hello, everyone. If you're a fan of the Boston Bruins or just love to follow the excitement of the NHL, this is the place for you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates from the world of ice hockey. Now, let's get to today's news. On Tuesday afternoon, the Boston Bruins announced that they had fired coach Jim Montgomery and would replace him with associate coach Joe Sacco on an interim basis. There was real talk of a firing following Monday's 5-1 loss to the Columbus Blue Jackets. According to sources, this change was coming, as reported by Full Press Hockey. The Bruins haven't started the season well in the first 20 games. With a record of 8-9-3, they have 19 points and are in the final playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. So why would they fire their head coach and let Sweeney pick another one? Since Don Sweeney took over as general manager, the Boston Bruins have been an institutional failure. Yes, they reached the Stanley Cup final in 2019 and lost to the St. Louis Blues in 7 games. And yes, the Bruins have been successful in the win column and continue to make the playoffs, but where are the playoff results? The last time we checked, the only banner that matters is the Stanley Cup banner. President's Trophy banners and Eastern Conference final banners don't matter. While other banners are nice, it means the team fell short in the playoffs. It's a results-oriented business, and coaches are hired to be fired. What has the general manager done to keep his job in Boston? As Full Press Hockey documented, Don Sweeney was in charge of the 2015 NHL draft. Only one player from that draft remains on the team. That's Brandon Carlo, and he might be moved by the trade deadline. If you look at the subsequent drafts from 2016 to 2023, 6 players from those draft classes have played in the NHL. Charlie McAvoy, 2016, Trent Frederic, 2016, Jeremy Swayman, 2017, Mason Lohrei, 2020, and John Beecher, 2019, are currently on the roster from those subsequent drafts. Matthew Poitras, from the 2022 NHL draft, played last season and is currently in the AHL. Other draft picks include Ryan Lindgren, 2016, who was traded to the New York Rangers as part of the Rick Nash trade. Jakub Lauko, 2018, had 2 stints with the Bruins, one in 2022-23 and one in 2023-24, before being traded to the Minnesota Wild. Jack Stundinka, 2017, currently with the Los Angeles Kings, and Urho Vakanainen, 2017, currently with the Anaheim Ducks, are the only guys to play in the NHL. Now, their draft picks from those drafts should be hitting their peak in the NHL. The cupboard is bare. Although the Bruins don't have first-round picks, they have lost other picks. Again, it takes time for players to develop, but the players from 2016 to 2019 should be in the NHL. They have 4 in the NHL combined. This is Don Sweeney and the scouting team's fault, not the head coaches, for not having the tools in the toolbox. Speaking of tools in the toolbox, Elias Lindholm and Nikita Zadorov are not making the impact many thought they would. Again, it's still early, and a change of scenery and a new coach don't help, but they are underperforming. The Bruins general manager failed to replace Patrice Bergeron and David Krejci in the number 1 and 2 positions. Pavel Zacha and Charlie Coyle are not, nor is Lindholm. Jake DeBrusk, a consistent 20-goal scorer, is in Vancouver. While Zacha and Coyle have been good trades, they are complementary pieces and not the horses the Bruins need to succeed. Linus Ullmark was a big win, but he is in Ottawa as part of a trade package that brought Mark Kastelic and Jonas Korpisalo. The Hampus Lindholm trade and extension are good for Sweeney. Morgan Geekie was a solid find. But again, he is getting role players and not the gamebreakers needed to win. Now, he has tough decisions to make regarding Frederic, Geekie, and Marchand. Add the fact that the free agent culture has become about me and not about the B, and he failed in negotiating deals with David Pastrnak, $11 million AAV, Charlie McAvoy, $9.5 million AAV, and Jeremy Swayman, $8.5 million. Boston, Sweeney, and Cam Neely should have resolved this before training camp. Speaking of coaches, This will be the fourth coach under Don Sweeney's management as general manager of the Boston Bruins. He will have a chance for a third hire since 2017. Most general managers get one or two, three is unheard of. He fired Claude Julien in February 2017. Bruce Cassidy was the interim until he got the job in 2022. Then he fired Cassidy, who won a Stanley Cup in Vegas in his first season with the Golden Knights, and hired Jim Montgomery. Now he has fired Montgomery and put Joe Sacco as the interim. This may not be a coaching problem. It's a cultural problem that needs to be fixed. Don Sweeney is not the man to fix it. The group that got Cassidy fired is still there, and now they have another coach fired because of their poor play on the ice. This is on the players and the GM, not the coach. When a coach has a winning percentage of .715 and a record of 1-2-0, 4-1, 2-1 over the past two seasons, he has every chance to succeed and turn things around. Montgomery did not have an extension and did not have his guys on the staff. It was written on the wall that Montgomery was just a transitional coach. If he wasn't, he would have already gotten an extension. The Boston Bruins made a poor decision in firing Jim Montgomery. The mess in Boston is with Don Sweeney, not the head coach. So, what do you think about this shakeup in the Boston Bruins? The firing of Jim Montgomery certainly marks a new chapter for the team. Leave your comments and share your opinions about the Bruins' future. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to keep up with all the updates from the world of ice hockey. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.